my name is Soborno. It's Barry from Barry Science Lab, and happy MLK Day. Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the most influential black activists in history. His first experience with political fame was when he led the 1955 Montgomery bus boycott that lasted for 13 months or 390 days, where he protested the fact that blacks were not allowed to sit in the front of a bus. And he also did this due to some related incidents, like, for example, the famous incident when Rosa Parks was arrested for not giving up her seat to a white man. For this boycott, he was arrested, but he came back. However, his peaceful protesting tactics would anger the government many times over. 1961, he led the failed Albany Movement in Albany, Georgia, that pushed for, once again, desegregation and voting rights for blacks. After this, he started peacefully protesting with the help of the SCLC and the NAACP. This community of collaborators allowed him to gain much traction, and he got many laws passed, such as the 1964 Civil Rights Act, which allowed voting for anyone, regardless of sex, race, religion, etc., and the posthumous 1968 Fair Housing Act, where house sellers were not allowed to segregate people for housing or sell houses unfairly based on the buyer's gender, race, etc. He led the Washington Movement as well in 1964, where he famously gave one of the best speeches in history, the I Have a Dream speech, in front of the Washington Memorial. He also won a Nobel Peace Prize in the same year. In 1968, he was assassinated at a motel while planning for another movement in Washington, D.C. that would be called the Poor People's Movement, or rather the Poor People's Campaign. This caused much outrage around the United States. He had 29 prison sentences throughout his life. And, in fact, after 1963, the FBI saw him as a potential communist threat, which means they would start seeing him as a target of their COINTELPRO program, which basically meant that they would do very bad things to try and take down any political enemies. So, one of the most famous ways that the COINTELPRO program affected MLK Jr. was when he was sent a 1964 anonymous threatening letter from the FBI that he interpreted as asking him to commit suicide. Thank you for listening, and may MLK Jr. rest in peace.